It was a quiet evening in the suburbs. Too quiet, some might say. The kind of night where shadows linger just a bit longer than they should. Emily, a responsible 17-year-old with a kind smile and cautious eyes, stepped out of her mom's car and onto the leaf-covered driveway of the Hendersons' house. She adjusted her backpack, glanced up at the looming two-story home, and forced a breath of courage into her chest. The front door creaked open before she could even knock. Mrs. Henderson, pale and jittery, greeted her with a tired smile. "You'll be fine. Just keep her bedtime at 8:30 sharp. And whatever you do, don't let her into the attic," she said, brushing it off like a joke. Emily chuckled nervously, but the way the woman avoided eye contact sent a chill across her spine. Upstairs, Emily met Lily, a quiet, wide-eyed little girl who spoke in whispers and clung tightly to a stuffed owl. She didn't ask for TV or snacks or games, just sat cross-legged on the rug, occasionally glancing toward the ceiling. With Lily in bed and the house silent, Emily made herself a cup of chamomile and curled up on the couch with her homework. But the silence wasn't peaceful. It was heavy. Like the walls were listening, then Emily stood at the base of the stairs, holding her breath. She didn't remember any mention of someone else in the house. And yet, another thump, this time louder, like a box being dragged. She climbed 2 steps, then 3. The attic door trembled ever so slightly. She reached out. But then Lily screamed from her room. Not just a child's cry, a scream of raw terror. Emily raced into Lily's bedroom, heart pounding. The little girl sat upright in bed, her scream still echoing off the walls. Tears streamed down her cheeks. Her small arms clutched the stuffed owl like it was armor. "Lily, what is it? What happened?" Emily asked, breathless. The girl didn't answer at first. She just pointed. "There, in the corner," Lily whispered, her voice barely audible. Emily turned slowly to look. The corner was empty, just an old rocking chair, still as stone. But something about it felt wrong. "I saw someone, a man. He was watching me," Lily added. Emily felt the air tighten around her. Trying to calm herself, Emily grabbed a flashlight and began to search. She checked under the bed, behind the curtains, then the closet. Each door creaked as she opened it, flashlight slicing through shadows. Clothes hung silently unmoving. Nothing. But her instincts screamed otherwise. As she helped Lily settle back down, Emily noticed something sticking out from under the pillow. She pulled it out, a crumpled drawing. A child's sketch of a figure locked in the attic. Its face was red and scribbled. Long arms stretched through the floorboards. The kind of thing nightmares are made of. The attic door shut with a violent thud. Emily jumped. The lights flickered. A low hum buzzed through the hallway like electricity failing to hold on. Her skin crawled. Her breath quickened. Back in the room, Lily pointed up once more. "She's not gone," the child whispered. Emily followed her gaze to the ceiling. Dust drifted from the boards above. Something or someone was still there. With Lily finally asleep again, Emily sat on the living room floor, the drawing still in her hands. She stared at it, at the jagged lines, the haunting figure. What kind of child draws something like this? She couldn't shake the sense that it wasn't just a child's imagination. It was a memory. Tucked inside the same box was a yellowed newspaper clipping. Emily unfolded it with trembling fingers. "Local girl missing, no clues left behind." She stared at the headline. The picture? It was the same house. And the girl in the photo, Sophie, had Lily's eyes. Emily needed answers. She grabbed a flashlight and made her way to the basement. Dust clung to everything, old boxes, broken toys, forgotten furniture. She opened a trunk. Inside were children's drawings and a small dusty locket. Inside it, a photo of a girl that looked just like Lily, but the name scratched in the back was different. Sophie. She closed her eyes for a moment. Suddenly a flash, like a memory that wasn't hers. A little girl at the top of the stairs wearing a white nightgown, standing still, staring straight at her. Not Lily, someone else. Something was deeply wrong. Emily slipped outside, her phone in hand, flashlight guiding her steps. The cold air hit her like a warning. She looked back at the house, its windows dark, silent, watching her. But she wasn't running. She was going to find the truth, whatever it was. A porch light flicked on across the street. An old man stood there motionless, just watching. He didn't wave, didn't blink. Just stood there like he had been waiting for her to figure it out. Emily stepped back slowly. That man, he knew something. The next day, Emily did what few teenagers would. She skipped school and went to the town library. There, tucked behind dusty shelves and forgotten drawers, she found old police archives. Sophie Henderson, age 6, vanished from the same house. And the file had never been closed. That evening, Emily walked up to the neighbor's house. He stood waiting on the porch like he'd been expecting her. "Anything you want to tell me?" she asked. He didn't answer, just smiled. A slow, crooked smile that said he knew far more than he should. In her mind, the pieces fell into place. She imagined Sophie scared and alone, trapped in a dark attic. Candlelight flickering, creaking floorboards above, and eyes always watching. This wasn't just imagination. It was memory bleeding through the house. Back at the Henderson home, Emily pulled up the rug in Lily's room. A floorboard was loose. Beneath it, a dusty tape recorder, a tiny child's necklace, and a single key. She didn't know what the key opened yet, but she knew it wasn't just a coincidence. She pressed play. The recorder crackled to life with static, then a child's voice. "Please, help me." He said no one would come. The message repeated, over and over. Each time, Emily's hands shook a little more. She stood at the attic door once more. This time, no fear, only purpose. The voice still echoed in her ears. If Sophie had spoken to her through this house, Emily had no choice. She had to open the door. Emily grabbed her phone and called the police. But the line cut out. Static filled her ear. She turned. The attic door behind her slammed shut. Locked. She was trapped. Inside, it was pitch black, except for the faint glow coming from the other side of the attic. She moved toward the light, carefully, heart pounding. At the far wall, behind an old dresser, she found a door. It creaked open to reveal a small room. Dust, cobwebs, and in the corner, a little girl, pale, silent. She looked up at Emily with the same eyes as Lily. It was Sophie. Footsteps thundered above. The door burst open. It was him, the neighbor. No mask, no disguise. Just the face of a man who had hidden evil in plain sight. He stepped forward, wielding a knife. Emily stood her ground, shielding Sophie behind her. She grabbed a broken floorboard, swung hard. The man fell back, stunned. Sophie screamed. At that moment, red and blue lights flooded through the attic window. Police stormed in, guns raised. The nightmare was over. The sun rose slowly over the quiet neighborhood. Emily sat on the front steps, wrapped in a blanket. Beside her, Lily hugged Sophie, newly reunited sisters. Safe, alive, Emily watched the sunrise in silence, knowing she had uncovered something meant to stay buried. Back in the police station, a detective closed a worn file. A final photo of Sophie now smiling with Lily and Emily. He wrote 2 words on the last page. Case closed. But the camera lingered on one final detail. A drawing. Folded, signed, from the attic.
Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more soul-stirring moments.